going, everybody? My name is Ethan Alexander, and welcome to the Mimic Trap, my interdimensional magic junk shop. Hey, everybody! Hi, Spots! Hi, I think I saw Sleepy was lurking. Hold on. Yeah, I see Spots. I see Idora. Hey! And, and Sleepy's lurking. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? I am struggling, as is normal. Like I said in the chat there, OBS decided when I wanted to send the message to be pinned, which had to be pinned by Azu, may I mention, OBS has still not allowed me to pin my own stuff through OBS. So I don't know why it's like that. But just to send the chat that had the link in it, it was like, no, you gotta log back in. I'm like, I'm literally streaming to the account you want me to log into. I don't understand. But okay, so that's taken care of. And then I had a very brief scare where I thought I lost my drawing pen for my drawing tablet, but I found it, so we're good. This was very much a last-minute decision to actually stream, but I'm very excited. I spoke with Idora for the past, I think, week. We've been trying to set up and get the details firmed up about his commission that I'm working on for him. He is getting a commission of some live2d art, which I will eventually rig, but probably never on stream, just because I don't think my laptop could handle that. It can barely handle Cubism, the program I have to use in the first place. It does for a while, but then it starts going like, I've done too many things. Let me just not. I have to do it in amounts of time, in chunks of time at a time. That is a silly sentence I just said. But yeah, so we're doing a live2d chibi Idora as a cat snake femboy. Which it looks really cute. I'm very excited about it. I don't do a lot of chibis. It's a little tall for your average chibi, but I kind of like the proportions of it a little bit. Yes, Idora is all the things. Which we love. I'm enjoying this already. All right, so let's pop over. I think I still have to rename. So let's pop over to the drawing screen. Yeah, I still need to, let me rename this real quick. I was in the middle of stuff when things started happening. Your art. Wow. Idora art. It's precious. I'm so glad you think so. Oh my goodness. And he does deserve all the things. All right, so let's see. I have not had a chance. Oh, hey, Sleepy followed. Thank you for the follow, Sleepy. I didn't realize you hadn't been here much yet. All right, let's see. I have to, so I put everything under a folder so that I can just lower the opacity enough that we can work on things. What I should do, though, before I do that, is just so I don't have to realign the that ruler there, I'm just going to casually copy one of these layers that already has it set up. And which one is this? This is the jacket one. That'll work. Copy, duplicate layer. Thank you. Let's throw it out here. And then we'll just unlock it and we'll just delete so it's clean. And then we will lower the opacity on that. We'll say about 40 should work. But yeah, Idora is so before I lower the opacity, actually. So Idora's got all the usual vibes. You can see his classic hairstyle. Oh, I am fully windowed. One sec. That's why I can't see chat. You love the bow? I'm so glad. I thought it, as the ponytail holder would be really cute. And we kept Idora's hairpiece, which it looks really cute on the side there. And we have to have the jacket. I know Idora has the big the jacket redeem where people can steal his jacket. So I'm like, we have to keep that. That still has to be a feature. So we got some snake scales on the face and kind of snaky eyes and the snake tail. tried to balance the cat and the snake as best as possible. And it's hard because snakes are just long boys. The jacket is 10 out of 10 a great choice. Good, I'm glad you think so. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, then we have a little cat collar and the striped stockings and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and let me lower the opacity now. Now that everybody's gotten a good look. We'll say to about 50 so we can still see pretty much everything. And we're just gonna work. I'm gonna keep Idora's reference shot up there just in case, especially with some of the smaller details like the little omega symbols and the I don't know what do you call that, Idora? I've been calling it the aperture A. I'm sure it's like the alpha aperture or something like that. I will probably ask you at some point to send me the kanji that is on the jacket, just because it's in like a half turn and I don't want to mess up the actual writing of it, since I don't, you know, it's just a stylized A made up by artists. Oh, that's cool. I looked up how an alpha looks, and if it's not like, I've seen the capital A used as well as like the little lowercase a that's kind of funky. So it kind of works for both things. All right, let's see. So let's sketch copy 3. We're gonna make this. We'll start out with the face. So this will be head outline, head outline, and because this is going to be cut up for live2d, I'm gonna have a lot of layers. We'll see how this works out. If it starts lagging too much, I will do my best and I will do my best and try and combine some things. I can always combine the sketch layers too if those become too much of a bog down. Idora, capital A is pretty much alpha. Yeah. I was pretty sure the little horseshoe looking guy was an omega, and I had to look it up just to be sure, so I got a good look at the actually, I don't mind that line a whole lot. I want it to be as roughly equivalent to that as possible. Let me start from the top. Maybe that'll start the sides. And even though it doesn't really need the face lines so much, I do like to have, because it's going to be under the hair, I do like to have everything as one big solid chunk. See how that looks. I think that looks cute. All right. Because even if it's hidden by the hair, it's always good just in case. If something shifts too much when things are in the rigging phase. It also makes my brain happy. Alright, so that's pretty good for the face outline. And that's the good thing, is I can we'll just duplicate the layer once again. And delete. This makes it so much easier for me, so I don't have to keep setting this darn ruler. And then let's go ahead. We'll work on the body first. I kind of want to go into the face immediately, but I know if I don't start working on the body, I will just get way caught up in that. Well, let's see. We want the neck to go up quite a bit more than we think it should. And I'm debating where I'm going to piece this out at. So when I have the jacket on, I think where I'm going to end up cutting it is about here. So this will probably be shoulder. I'll leave that line there for now. What I could do. Yeah, we'll leave it, we'll let it go to about there, and then I will copy and paste that in just a moment to make sure I get the shoulders lined up just right. Let me rename this body outline or torso outline, because we'll do separate for the waist. Torso outline. And it doesn't need to say copy. You guys get to see quite a bit of my process. Oh, so we had some fun stuff. So I finally set up a throne. based on, does it say, that says outline, of course it does. I finally set up a throne because we were talking about it last stream, and oh goodness, I'm so bad with names. I've only seen them once, so it's gonna take me some time. But the new viewer from last time, it was something to do with power, and I don't remember what their name is, and I'm so sorry. I'll look it up later. But they were suggesting I set up a throne based on all the stuff I want to do in the future, or I'd like to do. And funnily enough, immediately, and I have a feeling I know who Chicken Dog is. Got me the little adapter, which will let me take the RCA, that three-prong, the three-colored, the red, yellow, white, like the ones that plug into the TV, the AV adapter, and swap it over into HDMI, which is great because that means it will hopefully, knock on wood, be compatible with my my capture card, and I can stream off of old systems. So that'll be really, really cool. I already have sort of taken stock of what I want to do for like spooky month. So for oops, I'm on I'm rolling at too many miles a minute. For spooky month, what I'd like to do is I would like to do all kinds of little retro things. We don't want this too much of a line. And the good news is since I don't have too much more, there's not going to be any big movement for his shirt here. I'll see how I feel about that later. We'll just get the main lines in first, and then we'll worry about that later. What I'd like to do is do some retro spooky games, and I have stuff from the PlayStation 2. I was talking about Silent Hill last time. I do have Silent Hill 2 and 3 as the HD remaster, which isn't a whole lot of a remaster, but it's nice enough that it should hopefully work. I'm just gonna have to get used to tank controls again, because I remember trying to play Silent Hill 3 when I first bought the disc, and I forgot it was tank controls. So it turns and then it moves. What I'm going to just go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to draw the legs and everything on first, and then I'll just split it off. It'll make my life a little easier. And so that's one set of games we could play. Oh, hi, Angry JJK's Fall in Love. Hi. Let's see. Is that on there? Listening only. Oh, that's fine. Can we have links? Oh, yes, links to the throne, you mean? Yeah, I will. They're actually, if you look on the different stuff on the About page, it should be on there. I'm pretty sure I updated it. I spent way too much time yesterday fussing with it because I didn't know what in the heck to put on the throne. At all. But hi, we do have a new person here. Hi, Angie JJ. It's lovely to have you. We are working on, this is my first time working on a live2d art piece on stream. It's actually my first time doing a commission on stream too, so this is really nice. I will get the legs going. But how are you tonight? I do both, but I only do it to bug a friend. It looks so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Since you just got here, one sec. Let's see. We'll do the we'll turn the opacity back up so you can kind of see what we're working with. Though now it's got the well, now it looks like a ventriloquist doll, which is not what that's the neck. That's behind the head. But yeah, and then it'll have the jacket and all that good stuff. I'm doing good. I am very overexcited. way too excited about this, which is why we're doing this tonight. I was actually thinking of I'm gonna take a break tonight. We're gonna rest, but no. My brain went, you can't sit still. You need to draw. This is so cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let me turn this back down so I can actually see, and then let me turn the jacket layer back off, just so I can see the arms and stuff easier. And then where was I? It was on torso outline. Oh, thank you for following, Angie JJ. I am super excited. So what was this? I was saying something about I was going to yes. So I have I'm so sorry. I have ADHD and I have so many topics floating around in my little head. My poor little doggo brain is going tick 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 tick, and that's all she wrote. So I will be bouncing around to topics all night. What we can do, if I want to save myself a layer or two, I could, because no one's gonna see this area. So I really could just like split this in half and just have the two legs instead of bothering with. Well, I shouldn't do that. I should at least have the waistband. So it's just gonna have a little thing there, just so that there is a space. Alright, so let's cut this. Well, I could color it first and then cut it. That actually might not be a bad idea. But I can cut the legs. We're severing the legs. We're removing limbs. One moment. Let's see. Duplicate layer. And then we are going to... We'll say right about at the waist. I definitely want this to move. But yes, so we'll have. We want it to come up a little. We want it to go up and down just a hair. So we want a little bit of overlap. So we'll delete this on this layer. So that's just the torso. And then we'll go back down. And we'll go up. Just a hair, and we'll delete the rest of it. I swear there's a method to my madness. So now that is the torso. Remove the copy. And then this is the leggies. This is a big change from where I'm working on my own live2d, and it's a lot more involved. It's a lot more, but there are so many layers. I don't need as many layers as I have. Probably. I have it so the scarf is removable. I can take my jacket off. I think I have it so the vest is technically removable, but I don't have it colored in a way that I would ever want to take the vest off. So all that's left is my shirt. I also made sure to have the torso done in case I want to do a new outfit to save myself time for later. That's also the problem of being your own artist. Means not only do I get to be super picky, I get to think, what if I do more things in the future and then prep for those things, which will probably never happen. So it has taken me quite some time, and I've only gotten to where I could do a half body. And even that's kind of suspect. Let's see. Okay, so we have torso done. So now let's go back to the torso. And we will duplicate that. And we will start the arms. Spot's so excited to see the goodest boy emotion. Oh, thank you. I'm really excited. Funnily enough, I submitted because Idora asked if I wanted to submit anything for the booba rating stream. And I did. It was just me without the scarf. So you can kind of see my clavicles. You can't really see much of the pecs at all for everything else on. But you kind of could see the bottom half of my face. I didn't want to do the top half because unfortunately when you're making stuff ready to render for the live2d rigging, it doesn't really look super great as a still so much. So I was like, yeah, we'll just make it look mysterious, and I'll cut it off after the nose. So it was just kind of from the cheekbones down. And again, I still don't have legs, which is a problem. Now, here's the question. Do I even need to sever the arm in 2 spots? Or do we just want to do one big, long, cute little wiggly? Because both are fine. Legs are overrated. Thank you. I think so too. Because I have a feeling I'm going to end up stopping where I'm at. And as soon as I can get the time to rig him, I'm a rig myself up a half model and call it a day for a while until I actually get a computer that's, you know, actually able to stream and run the live2d at the same time. So that'll be fun. I got really off topic. I was talking... I've done the thing I usually do. So I was talking about what games I have to play. So I have Silent Hill 2 and 3. Those we can play. I also have Siren, which that one I never beat. And it's been so long since I played that it's basically a new game to me. That one's a spooky... They're all... I think all of them are Japanese horror. Yeah, they're all Japanese horror, but that's the best horror games from the PlayStation 2 era. I also have Kuon, which is excellent. I've played it 3 separate times, but each time it's been at least 6 years since I played it last. So I think it's been enough of a time that I can safely say I can play it again without it feeling too... I do know, like, the big major story... the big plot twists, but other than that, everything should feel pretty new. The puzzles and stuff, which is good. Kind of need that. I also have Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3, all for the PlayStation 2. So if I can get... some of them might be backwards compatible, which would be better. If it can run on the PS3, that would be a lot better. Because the PS2... was working last time I used it. However, I don't know if I trust it so much. It's old. It's been through hell. It got pulled off the TV by my dog at one point, who decided, you know, we can walk through cords. Yes, we can do that. All right, so there's arms. And hands will definitely have to be a separate layer. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so turn torso off. Ah, yeah, so that is... Okay, I did a silly. But yeah, so we have a lot of options, and honestly, I could give you guys more options. However, I don't think we'll get through all the ones that I already have before October is over. Not that we couldn't keep playing spooky games through the rest of the year, because I really like spooky games. But... let's see. Ah, yes. So that goes to about there. Torso ends about there. I can probably actually... but... maybe we want to save some of the other games for next year, because I have access to my brother's stuff. Sort of. I can ask him really, really nicely, and he may or may not let me borrow Rule of Rose and Haunting Ground and many of his other assorted horror games. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I want the shoulder to end right about there. And the torso, yeah, that looks fine. Torso, I think, doesn't need quite... let's see. Arms to there. And then torso, I will stop. Oh, yeah, I'm on the wrong layer. Hold on. Torso, I will stop here. And that looks like it'll be good. Spots, follow your heart with them. You'll make it fun no matter what. Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate your faith in me. I really, really do. Again, all of these games are going to be, like, replaying. So I know, like, the major plot twists. I will say, Silent Hill 2, I did not personally play. Silent Hill 2, I watched my brother play a very, very, very long time ago. And I watched my mother run backwards. I kid you not. So I'm pretty sure 2 is also tank controls. Because if 3 is, 2 definitely was. But I'm fairly certain I remember my mother running backwards with a crowbar in hand for the majority of Silent Hill 2, and he looked like he was doing a like can number up there with a cane in his hand. All you saw was butt moving, and I don't understand how she did it, but she beat the game, I think. I'm pretty sure she threw the controller at me many times, but she got through the game. So that's, yeah. So that's that. All right, so we'll do, so these are going to be these are going to be arms. Shift, arm, outlines. And then it doesn't, oh, I didn't need to type outline. It was already there. Okay, so that needs to go beneath the torso. And then we'll go ahead and we'll duplicate that. Duplicate. And we'll do hands. Now, the one thing I will say is when you don't do, when you don't have, like, gloves or something. Here, let me turn off the other things. When you don't have gloves or something, it's, oh, that is not what I meant to have on. We're just marking out the cat snake at this point. Hold on. It's harder to disguise. That's what I was trying to say. It's harder to disguise the junctures where, like, the wrist meets if you don't have like little fingy gloves or something like that. That is one of the fun things about having lots of accessories is you give yourself a lot more places to hide things. So let's go ahead and do this. Spots. I adore that she ran backwards the whole time. I don't know how that works, but it sounds great. I will, if we end up playing that one, which honestly, that might be a good one just to start out with. Silent Hill 1, I'm not sad that I don't have, because Silent Hill 1 is a bit of a slog, and it's a lot of a different vibe than the rest of the other Silent Hills, which I'm sure someone will yell at me for saying that. But I remember a little bit of my brother when he finally got that. Because he acquired that one much later. I think he was already out of high school. But yeah, so I'm not sad that I don't have that, but I think it might be a good place to start would be like Silent Hill 2. Maybe we do 3, or maybe we skip over to Fatal Frame, which I don't remember near enough about Fatal Frame, other than I have to take pictures to exorcise the ghosts. I vaguely remember specific rooms and specific hallways. There's this one T-cross hallway that I remember that was in both Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2 that eventually like, oh my god, here's where the two games meet, and it like freaks you out. But I've never touched Fatal Frame 3. I bought it and just never played it. So that will be really cool. Yeah, I know. I'm skipping like a whole month ahead. It's not even September yet, but we started talking about Spooky Month last time, and now all I want to do is Spooky Month. Because who doesn't want Halloween all year round? It's a good time. It's good vibes. I also really like horror games, despite the fact that I don't play them very often. I think that's also because, well, let's see, how do we want to do the hands? Do we want to do the hands in more layers than we currently have? Because we really don't need the individual fingies. Trying to figure out how much range of motion does our boy need. Maybe the thumb? Even then, I don't really need to separate it necessarily. I'll tell you what, we will draw it as is, and if I come to a place where I'm like, I need to separate this, I'll just come back and I'll separate it then. Less work for myself, less layers overall, which is good on both my computer and Idora's when he gets it. Not that I'm sure he has trouble with that, considering how really lovely his normal live2d is. Because it really is very pretty. Very handsome, I should say. Alright. And when Idora originally told me he wanted paws, I thought we were going to do little cat claws, but I kind of like the painted nails better. Just because little cat claws don't always look super cute. Sometimes they look a little too feisty. Which isn't too bad, but we were going for cute as the whole overall vibe. I wanted to stick with it as much as possible. Alright. And I do want to outline the nails. My only problem is that with the shape of the hands the way they are, sometimes the way I look at it, it looks like big toes, and I don't like that. So I have to make sure I get it at the perfect roundness to not look like big toes. I'm also being very particular. It's only going to be, like, you won't see it this close. You'll see it about here. This is how big it is. Because it only really needs to be screen size. It's a chibi. It's just a little bean. Maybe the key here is just to draw it really thin. Yeah, there we go. But I'm excited. We have so many things. I have plans to at some point get my Discord actually together. And to set up, I don't know, art days, just stuff where we hang out. I think it would be really fun. Maybe I want to do it this way. Maybe that would look better. Does that look better? It's not bad. It's not bad. I can live with it. Maybe. Yeah. I think I just really need to make that a little flatter. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then this it looks fine on this side. I don't know why the other side bothers me so much. But there's a lot of little things I want to do, like art days. Maybe we'll do little art studies or classes or whatnot, and just have some fun. I'm going to kind of redouble my efforts to try and keep on some sort of schedule so we can finally get back into the swing of things. Because I've been out of the swing of things for so long. I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of, if I keep going like this, I'll just give up. Because I don't want to give up. I want to keep going. I want to hang out with everybody. I want to have a good time. Alright, so those are the hands. Hand. Let me, if I can type. I'm typing with my left hand only. And outlines. And we'll distinguish between left and right later. After they're colored. Alright. So there's the hands. And the arms. And the torso. If this was a little bit more of a detailed model, I'd say I'd probably separate the necklines out as well. But it should be fine. I have faith that it'll work out. Alright, so legs. Do I want... Yeah, I probably should. Spots, I would be down for art days and seeing more streams would be fun. Good, I'm glad. That really makes me excited that people are happy. And Spots, you're here like every time I stream, and I really appreciate it. It's always good to have you, and it's so nice having someone to chat with. I always appreciate that you can make it. We'll get back into games soon, but I got really excited about this. Alright, so now we should do... I'll leave the legs for now. I'll dissect them in a bit. But let's do the toes. So let's do... We'll copy... I don't even really need to copy the legs, but I can just duplicate and then delete. And that way... Yep, there's no extra bits there. I'll just go ahead and turn those off. And then feet. These are shoes. We'll just call them shoes. Shoes outlines. only thing about doing the feet in this little bean shape is there's not really any details to the shoes. But the shoes would be cute if you could see more of them. I would draw them much cuter if I could. I've gotten much better at shoes than I used to be. Shoes are one of those things where you don't think they're that complex when you first start out trying to draw them, but they're a pain. Because you can easily, just like drawing feet, you can easily make it look off in a way that you're like, I don't know how to fix this, but something is wrong. I don't know what it is, but something is wrong. And I'm sitting here trying to do, do I want to? Do I wanna? Kind of. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so let's just, at least, there, that's not too bad. Okay, so let's see. Spots, fun fact, your streams are the right kind of chill, but to relax, oh, chill, but sparkles, but to relax at the end of the day. That's nice. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I never know what kind of energy I give off. Because I think I'm a little gremlin. So my brain says, you're very hyper, you're very crazy. I don't know how people deal with you. But so it's good to hear. It's very good to hear that I give off comfy vibes. We'll have a little guy go like this. Is that fine? No, I want this to go like that. And there we go. So that'll be the little shoes. I think those look cute. I might add in just the extra line there so it looks like they actually have bottoms to them. So I think that looks cute. Alright, so that'll be good. Now that I have it to where I'm happy with the body outlines, let's move back up to the face. So, head is going on top of everything. So head outlines, and then let's go to the eyes. Let's do the eyes next. Duplicate layer, delete. Eyes. Spots, shoes, especially heels, seem hard. Heels, I actually really like the way heels are. Surprisingly, I find the most trouble with like sneakers. Like not just like standard sneakers, but like flat bottoms look really weird. If you've gotten to a point where you can draw shoes that have the arch in them, just the slight arch, not like a high arch, it makes it really weird to look at a flat bottom shoe and say this is fine, because your brain just yells at you like this is not how a foot is shaped. That might just be a personal my brain thing. But yeah, I do really like how heels are shaped. They seem super uncomfy. I've tried heels before. No. My body does not do well in heels. My ankles feel like they want to fracture. It's a very distinct, if you've ever taken a toothpick, no, if you've ever taken a popsicle stick, a wooden popsicle stick, and just bent it over in half, and it does all the little splinters of wood. That is how my ankle feels the very few times I've tried heels on. So I can't. Spots, ooh, that makes sense. You get used to one and not the other. Yeah, when you get used to drawing kind of from one perspective, it gets really funky. It's funny, you'd think making things simpler would be easier, but no, that just makes your brain tell you wildly incorrect things, like this is not how a shoe should work. But it's like, no, yes, this is how the shoe should work. It's also why I've in the past had trouble drawing like a chibi style, or like just simpler comic forms. I always end up putting way too much detail in because my brain sits there and goes, you know what? This isn't right. I don't know what's wrong, but it is. And then you just keep adding detail until you're like, well, I can't really make a comic now because there's no way I'll be able to keep this up. And yeah. That is also why I've started several comics in my day. I don't think there's any which I think I'd be super comfy on stream showing. Well, never released the Mass Effect one, so no one's ever seen that. So maybe that one. And I never released... I only drew one page of it, so it's really not that big a deal. I did one that was like a Sander Sides style, my character talking to the different aspects of his personality to kind of work through stuff, and also just being silly with it. This is gonna be upper. This is gonna be upper eyelash. Upper eyelash. And the good news is because I don't have this divided into the... So some eyes do this thing, and then they kind of go down on the sides. Which that's terrible, but you know what I mean? So, but whenever you have that arch, and then it goes here, you kind of want to divide these separately into different layers. So I'd have 3 instead of 2, but I can get away with 2 with this, I think. I wouldn't know where to separate it in the first place. So we're gonna get away with a lot of things today, hopefully. So that's upper eyelash, and then duplicate, and then delete, and then the lower eyelash. Lower eyelash. Really doesn't even need to say outline because it's kind of is what it is. Let's see. Oh, that's almost exactly the way I want it. I will definitely probably make this a little thicker. Just a little bit of mascara. A little bit of eyeliner. A little bit of dun dun na 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 na. That is such a funny song. Like, it's so iconic and the beat is so nice, but then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, this isn't what I thought it was saying when I was in high school. That's Mambo number 5, I think. And it's very, yeah, they're mamboing all right. There's a little bit of Jessica on the side, little bit of... Oh my gosh. You have no idea. If we didn't have such strict like karaoke nonsense going on with Twitch, I would be humming all the little ditties I could think of. Not that my brain knows lyrics to things, but I know tunes really well. Which is a weird thing. I don't know if that's like a me thing or if that's an ADHD thing, because I just don't like fully absorb lyrics when I'm listening. But I don't fully absorb lyrics when I'm listening. And it's kind of unfortunate because it makes it very, very difficult to learn a song. I have to systematically go from the beginning of the song, or if I just want to know the chorus, I can do that. But we're gonna use a nice circle tool for the eyes just so I get them perfect. Give me just a sec to pull that up. What was I saying? But yes, so the actually, can I? Oh, good, I can. Okay, that works with the ruler tool. But I have to go systematically through one line at a time and then repeat it and add the next line, then repeat both of those, add the next line until I get it down. And that's the only way I've been able to truly memorize a song. Otherwise, my brain just goes, I'm only going to remember the tune and nothing else. I don't know what to do with that, but good luck. There's Evanescence songs that I know very, very well that I still don't remember the order in which the lyrics go. Spots, what's better was the Disney version of the Mambo song. What did they replace it with? I don't remember. Because I'm pretty sure they knocked out, which is probably why I didn't realize how promiscuous the song is? I'm trying to think. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so we'll. Oh, nope. I don't wanna. I wanna duplicate so that I can delete, and then we can make eyeballs. This is going to be eyeball outlines. I'm pretty sure that's how it's labeled in live2d. If not, I'll probably end up renaming things and combining things when I get into cubism finally. I did get back into cubism a little bit back when I was making my Mort PNG, so it would move. But it's definitely going to take me a little bit to get back into things. I want to make these a little thick. Oh, I think that's the perfect thickness. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I know where the bottom wants to be, so let's try from this side. No. Almost. There we go. All right. I think that looks good. This wouldn't be eyeball, this would be iris, wouldn't it? This would be iris outlines. This would be iris outlines. Wah! I did, yes. Iris outlines. Spots. It was just all of the Disney character names, like a little bit of Goofy is all I need. You know what? That is probably entirely why I didn't realize the song was so promiscuous. Spots, and you've got this, Ethan. The rigging will be amazing. Thank you. I'm excited. I haven't gotten into things as much. I put a lot of projects on the back burner because of work stuff. So I'm excited to get back into things. All right, so now that I've drawn these, let's see if I can find the center, because these are long pupils, so I can't get away with just making a circle and making it smaller. Actually, I can. I wouldn't be able to do it exactly like this. So let's do this. Let's do a copy and paste. Let's copy. Well, that's not what I want to do. Control C, Control V. Does it still have? It does still have the ruler. I didn't want it to have the ruler. Delete ruler. There we go. And I don't need one side of this. Delete. Which I can't tell because I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then what we're gonna do, just to kind of cheat a little bit, is I'm going to size this down. So we're going to edit, size. We don't want to keep the aspect ratio. Hold Alt so that it goes into the middle. So that'd be centered. That would be a central iris. Just about there. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. All right, so we'll fill that in, and then we'll whittle it down a little bit until it looks nice. So let's add. Why don't we do this? So it does have a middle point, and we're gonna get really close. I'm sorry for the pixels. And I'm gonna make a symmetrical ruler that goes exactly between these 2 points. And that way, I can make this pupil perfectly symmetrical because I want it to be that nice diamond shape, and I want that to look nice. So now that we know the size of it, we'll color this in. And then I'll just whittle it down. Yeah, my computer definitely is struggling a little bit because it has saved more times tonight so far than it ever has while I've been drawing on stream. So it's definitely noticing the excess layers. I'm gonna go ahead and properly save real quick, just to be safe. I think I will, once I start coloring this, it's gonna be a lot of fun for stream. Let's see. I have a question. Let's test something. We're on stream. Let's see if I can also then do another symmetry ruler. Can it work like that? Will it? Oh, no, it'll only work one at a time. It turns the other one off. Ah, it almost worked. Darn, that would have been cool. But it's fine. All right, so let's back out. And let's do this. It doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but I want it to be as symmetrical as possible because it makes my brain happy. I think that looks pretty good, actually. I wonder if that's too much. So let's do ourselves a favor. Let me zoom out. And then let's turn off the sketch. I think it looks pretty good. I do think it's up a little too far. So it should be fine. So we'll bring this down a bit. So he looks like he is looking straight on. That looks better. So let's flip the canvas real quick. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And we will, I can kind of remove this. But, so this is going to be iris. No, this is going to be pupil. I don't know why I'm saying iris, pupil. And this is technically, even though it's on his right, it will be left. Pupil left. And then we will duplicate this. Do we duplicate it or do we flip it? No, we... Control C, and then Control V, and then while the entire canvas is selected, we flip rotate so that it flips entirely over to the exact opposite side. Flip. Flip horizontal. Thank you. Okay, and it's perfect. And that is how you get things symmetrical on one of these without the symmetry line. It is the only way I found that truly works to flip it completely over. I'm sure there's like some hotkey or something that's better, but I haven't found it yet. So that would be to the right. What? So people right. I can go ahead and remove this. Delete ruler. No, that's delete layer. Here it is. Delete ruler. So we don't need those. And I can go ahead. Well, maybe I should keep those together just for now because I will want to. So this is him at screen. I think that looks pretty good for the placement of the eyes. Let's put the mouth in so it looks a little less eerie. Right now he looks a lot like, not Slenderman, kind of Slenderman. Don't tell him I said that. That is just because of the step in the process we're in. There is always an ugly phase to the process. Always is. Nothing is ever cute 100% of the way through. Well, some people can... I've seen some really... Like, the artists who do, like, the really cute little things on, like, Twitter and stuff. I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, Wawawiwa is a pretty good one. But the ones who do, like, the cute little dogs... and all the little chibi guys that make them look super cute and soft and round. They do a really good job of keeping things cute. I go through phases. Things don't stay cute very well for me, unfortunately. So let's do this. So duplicate here. And then delete. And then we will make this the mouth. We'll make this the upper lip. Upper lip, which can stay solid, which is easier on my life. Upper lip outline. It's a secret. Yeah, it's a secret. Let's see. Let's do this, and then we will put in the nose after we get the mouth all situated. That is one thing I like about the cat smile, is the little cat smile always looks happy. It doesn't matter how upset they look, they still look adorable. I think that's pretty good. I will thin this out right here. There we go. Just like so. I do have to remember to draw the tongue in, because I didn't do that on the main part of the sketch. Actually, let's see. I think it was on the jacket. Yeah, the jacket layer. Don't ask why I put it on the jacket layer. I just got distracted. We'll do Fang 1 and Fang 2 in a very similar fashion, but let's get the lower lip in. I'm debating whether I want to have it open by default as like where I start off with in the rigging, or if I want to go from closed, because that'll be very different. I think I can manage even if it's open now. I think I can manage to flatten it back out because the mouth itself is fairly round in this style. So I think I can manage. So let's duplicate. And then delete. And this is the lower lip. And I'm going to put it under. Lower. And it already says lip. I don't need to add it again. Lower lip outline. Backspace. There we go. And oh, I have it on invisible. I have it on remove, not add. Actually, that looks really cute. Okay, so it'll go up like that. Okay. And always going to have a little bit of a lip line underneath. So that's lower lip done. Let's see how it looks without the sketch beneath it. I think it looks pretty cute. I'm going to turn the neck off because that just looks weird. Yeah, I think it looks cute. Alright, so let's do the fangies, because we need fangs. It is both a cat and a snake. If it doesn't have fangs, what kind of life are we living? I guess it could be a non-venomous snake, but... Actually, I never asked Idora what his snake species specifically is. I think it's a lab species, obviously, but like, I wonder if it's based off of anything in particular. Like, where does the majority of the DNA come from? Now I've just got Mambo number 5 in my head, so I'm just kind of bopping here. That is one thing I'd be excited if when I get the live2d and I can track my movements and stuff, is you guys get to see my little wiggles, because I move constantly. Not as much when I art, but gaming, when I'm talking a lot, Lord help us all if they figure out how to get hand tracking into live2d programs, because I talk with my hands. If I ever do a hand cam stream, you guys will find that out very quickly. Let's see, where is I at? I want to do feggies. Okay, so let's see. We'll do from the... Yeah, we'll just do from here. So, duplicate layer. Spots. Oh, that's a good question. There has to be at least one main species, right? Yeah, like, which one. Because he's this really pretty shade of green. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I feel like... So we'll do just teeth. So this will be teeth outlines. And then we'll do separate fangs. So in case when the head turns, if I want to make any adjustments there. But yeah, the wiggles, yes! I bop and I dance. I'm very good at dancing in my chair. Since we will never have like tracking of the variety. Not that anybody wants to see me dance. I don't really dance so much as I got my little wiggle, and that's kind of it. Like I get a little hip shaking, a little. I can move to the rhythm. The problem is I don't know, you know, flourishes and dance styles and like things. So I just kind of move to the beat and enjoy life. So, but yeah. Not that I think we'll ever end up with full tracking at any point in time for like a 3D model. But that's a thing. That's part of the life that I live. Okay, so let's turn off the lower lip. Oh, gosh darn it. Alright, hold on. Delete. I never deleted the original copy of the lower lip. So I can do that again, but that's fine. This is a really simple line. This is not difficult whatsoever. I say, knowing I'm going to have to erase a bunch. Make it go up a little bit so we have extra teeth if we need them. And we will. Yeah, we want this to go up some. I think I touched on this last time when I was working on the Vashwood art. I don't quite like making things too gummy, which is a shame because my smile is very gummy IRL, and I kind of wanted to incorporate that into my live2d, where there's so much gum in my smile. I smile big, and it shows, and I think it's cute enough. I just don't know how to translate that into art in a way that would be cute and not like creepy or like intimidating. So it is what it is. Teeth outline, and then we'll do fangs, duplicate, and then delete before I forget. We'll just turn that off so I know. So fang outlines, and we'll separate them later. What I can do is I can just color this pretty well and then just separate a lot of this out off stream when it's ready to rig. Fang outlines, that'll be good. And these are really simple. They're just little fangies. Just little guys. We'll have it go up a lot higher in case I need it. It's gonna look really weird until we put the color layers in between. And that's just kind of how things go with the live2d art, unfortunately. Is it goes through a lot of stages of, yeah, no, I don't know what you were trying to do, but it looks weird until you color it. Coloring helps immensely. I'm sorry, I just bumped my headphones. Let's see. I need to do the nose. Now, I probably should do a separate individual layer for the little bridge I have here. So this little guy versus this. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's do, it would be over the lips. So we want it up here. So duplicate layer, delete, and then let's make the nose. This is so much simpler. This is, I haven't done a chibi for this kind of, for dividing things up on the layers, but this is so much simpler than what I've been doing with my own model. Spots, we're here for the journey, it's okay. Yeah, you guys get to see the whole process. It'll be fine. And we just want the cute little classic triangle nose. Give it a little bit of round at the top. It's cutest when it's itty bitty. I'm debating whether or not I want to put the little kid. Nah, it doesn't need that. It's tiny and chibi. It doesn't need all that. All right, so there's the nose outline. And then duplicate. We're going to put this under because it would be behind the main nose. And this would be nose bridge. Bridge. I am still worried on my own model if I separated the nose enough. Because I made mine really hyper detailed. I did not need to be, but I did. So that's something. Oop, and there goes, it's saving again. It scares me sometimes when it saves because it just freezes up everything and it's like, oh god, did it not like the line I just drew? Or what are we doing? What's going on? Now the only thing I'll say is with the symmetry ruler is it does look really... It's really hard to see through it, almost. So sometimes it's hard to tell if the arch you've put in is enough, or if it's too much, if it's poking out. So I don't know if... No, I'm going to leave that in. We'll leave that in. Now I don't know what I've done. Huzzah! Okay. So, that's the nose, that's the eyes. I didn't put any eyelid lines in, and I just realized that. So when I was going about and doing, I should have been putting this in its own folder so I could turn it off when I wanted to. Whoops. But so when I sketched this out and sent it to Idora, I didn't have any plans to make any eyelids. Because the eyelids either look too, it gets it way too bettermized. Like, I know he's going a femboy route, but it doesn't need to look alluring. It's a chibi. And I was going for super cute rather than something that's a little on the sexy side. And I still should put in a little eyelid line. Just a small one. Just to mark it off. Because, oh, yes, because I will need for when they close. I will need that. Alright, so before I forget, let me put in an eyelid line. I won't do... We don't have to have an upper eyelid, but I probably should put one in. Maybe? Kind of? Possibly. So we'll do this as if the eyes are closed. So we'll turn off the irises and things. And I'm going to turn off the upper eyelid. The upper eyelash. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way up here. Okay. So closed like that. I'm going to duplicate. And then... Yeah, it would be duplicated actually, because I would want to keep it... No, it's going to be mostly a color layer, then it is going to be mostly outline. So we'll delete that. And then we will... So eyelid. Eyelid. And this is how I did it on mine, because when I was doing Azu's, I drew her eyelids open. They have kind of a nice, lazy, kind of sly look to them. And it... Eyelid outlines. And I tried going from open to closed, and it stretches it really, really weird during rigging. So what we're just going to do is we're going to do it as if it's closed, and opening is much easier than the closed. So we're going to do a nice little line here, and it's just going to be real simple. And we'll do, so let me get the upper lash back in. Where'd it go? It's this guy. And we're just going to kind of do... just enough of one. That way we don't really have to do an upper eyelid while it's open, and it'll still look super cute and super big, but it'll look nice when it's closed. So kind of like this shape. I do think that's a little too thin. compared to all my other line work I've been doing. But it's much easier, and that's also something I was thinking of. Do I want to make the mouth closed to start out with? Because that can also be something how it warps during rigging can really change. When I worked on Azu's, it was the very first live2d I'd ever worked on, and I did it from start to finish by scratch, with slogging through what was available on tutorials at the time. There's a lot more rigging tutorials now. Oh, excuse me. There's a lot more rigging tutorials now than there used to be, which is great. It's fantastic. I'm so happy, but I struggled so hard trying to find good tutorials when I was very first starting out with all the rigging stuff. So I didn't really know what would actually be, what would actually impede me from doing things the way I wanted it to for looking very precise. And I learned a lot doing their model. Like that mouth closed is easier to make open than mouth open is to make closed. And that's going from something that is relatively flat makes it easier to arch, but taking something that's an arch and trying to make it flat is, and I'm sitting here drawing, like, you guys kind of get the picture. But yeah, so if it's curved, it's a lot harder to flatten it out. So like if I were to draw something above the eye, because of how curved the eye is, it would end up like this. Like a little, just a nice little, like, something like that. And this would make it a lot harder to flip it down this way. But this down here isn't too bad. And I can more than likely get it flipped up the other way. Because it only needs to come up to about, like, not even here, because you're not going to see it over top of the rim of the eyeball. And I have that all planned out for my own model. I'm trying to incorporate as much as I've learned as possible. Save myself some time, some trial, some error. And the eyebrows are really tiny and cute, so those are going to be super easy. So let's turn the eyelids off, just so they don't look terrifying at us. Because they do. When you have them, it just kind of looks like someone's drawn through the eyes. Which looks weird. That oddly makes sense yet? Okay, good. I'm glad it makes sense. That's another one of the things. It's like, is this making sense? Is this just the way my brain is interpreting this, or does this actually make sense to anybody else? All right, so let's duplicate this layer, because eyebrows are going to go over top of all these. So delete. So we're going to make eyebrows. Eyebrow. Outlines. Let me make sure I do the good old delete, so we're not having all the extra. And that's really all there is to it. I don't know how thick I want them. Probably about this thick. I don't want them too thick. And I think that's pretty good. Hold on, let's turn this invisible. Yeah, I think that looks happy. I think that looks cheerful. And I can always tilt it later if I need to. All right, so we've got the face on. Oh, yes, the scales. So the scales are going to be really cute. So the little cheek scales are also going to, I'm going to put in a toggle to make them turn pink for a little blush. Little blushes. I think it's going to be nice. We'll put these kind of under the eyes. So above the nose. Above the nose? I guess it doesn't matter. This one can go right over top of the face. Head outline. So let's do... Oops. Undo. Let's do duplicate. And delete. And let's do cheek scales. Cheek scales. And these are... I tried to keep them a little geometric, as much as I could. But also, I liked the little heart shape they sort of made. Sometimes it is hard translating from the rough sketch because I did a much rougher sketch than I'm used to doing for these. Now does that look like it lines up relatively good? I think it works for a cheek because it would be a little tilted anyway. I think these look fine. Couple little scales I think look really cute. I should probably put just a little notch in between. Nah, because that just makes them look stuck on. I need something else in my head. What's everybody been listening to? I don't know. It's really bad because I listen to a lot of same things on repeat constantly, so I can't really say, oh, I've been listening to this new band, because I haven't. So I'm more than likely going to just fall into the same old trope of either Steve-Powered Giraffe, or Panic at the Disco, or Evanescence, or like Fall Out Boy. All that general kind of vibe. I'm wondering if I should separate the one cheek scale a little bit from the rest of them for turning purposes. I probably don't have to. I probably should. But do I have to? That's the question. Can I get away with it? I can probably get away with it. Well, I separated the fangies out, so I might want to just go ahead and separate the... Yeah, I can separate them. Separate the children. Never thought the day would come. Didn't think it would come to this. Alright, so let's do these on... We'll make this. We'll cut and paste. And this will be outer cheek scales. Shift. Outer. Just in case. I'd rather be a little prepared. The hands I'm not as worried about, but the little, because the face movement is where this is where all the magic happens, is the face. Alright, so it's back on. You've been into Poppy again lately? Oh, Poppy. Let's see. Let's look at Poppy. I'm gonna Google that real quick and see if I know. Let's see. Oh, it's a singer. Okay, with that name, I thought they were a band. It's 2014, so I've definitely heard this. I just can't play any of it on stream, so I can test and see if I recognize any of the songs. Voicemail, Blood Money, Low Life. Oh, I think I've heard some. I've definitely heard some of these. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely heard some of these. Can I recall the tunes right now? Not at all. But yeah, that's cool. I have been watching more anime lately, so a lot of the anime songs have been getting stuck in my head. Not that I can memorize the lyrics because they're in Japanese, but the opening to... I think I mentioned last stream that I have been listening to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm trying to talk too fast. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood again, just so I have like noise in the background while I draw. Oops, sorry. And the intro, that very first season intro, has been stuck in my head on and off for quite a bit. Spots, she's basically English, kawaii metal, she's great. Oh, okay. So I've definitely probably heard that. I've just gotta... I will check it out again after stream when I can actually play music. That's really the sad thing, and this is something Rumi talks about too, is because Twitch has cracked down so much, even the like smooth jazz, which really isn't any copyrighted stuff, gets hit. So they can't really play any of the stuff they used to play when they they play smooth jazz while shooting other tanks in that tank game that they play all the time, or the ship game where they're shooting other ships. They like battle battle games, battle simulators. They also really like World War II, just warfare, they like World War II ships, World War II tanks, and World War II aircrafts. So they play all those games, but they play smooth jazz in the background, and like they're scared to even do that. You can kind of get away with some of the Japanese stuff because it's really the American stuff that really is heavy copyright strikes, which is very annoying. But yeah, so we can't really can't do a whole lot. I have to look up and see, and it's a shame too because Twitch used to have Twitch Sings, which at least we could have done karaoke off of that, but we can't, which is unfortunate. And I just wanna, I don't even want to do like full karaoke. I just want to sit here and like sing little tunes. Oh no, I don't know how Under the Sea popped in my head, but it popped into my head, and it's done. We're done for. This is it. I now have Sebastian singing in my head. Whoops. I was thinking to a meme that was stuck in a video earlier, and it was the Under the Sea. Da, 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 da. No, that's all that's playing in my head. Fantastic. I've done this to myself. I have no one to blame but me. Let's see, duplicate. So now let's do the ears. I'll move back down to the glasses, but let's do the ears. I want to get the ears done. They look really cute. Spots. That really sucks. I know that people have been pushing the limits of streaming copyright things, but still, yeah, it's really a shame, and it's really the music companies that just want as much money they can eke out of people as possible, and it's not like that money really goes as much to the singers as much as it does the corporations, which I have qualms about. But that's, you know, that is what it is, unfortunately. But that's also the same problem with YouTube stuff. It's gotten worse and worse. Now the only place you can kind of get away with it is on the YouTube Shorts, but that's just giving them a new like they just get free money essentially off of you because you're making free content for them, which is annoying. So this is gonna be the front of the ear. I'll do the whole ear and then I will separate it out. So let's do ears, and then I will separate it out after I get it drawn. Will I though? Like, no, let's do, okay. I keep saying I'm gonna do things and then backtracking. So let's do front. Ear front. Because we'll do ear front, and then we'll do the floofs. Well, and then we'll do the back, but the floof goes in between. Let's see. Ear front. Da, 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 da. Oh, nope. Here we're back to Mambo number 5. Alrighty. That was almost perfect immediately. Try not to make it super, super thick. Because if I'm not careful, I'm very heavy-handed. I frequently have to erase lines, like trim them up, which unfortunately the thin line and the thicken line tool does not really do that much when it's kind of under a certain percentage. It only goes to, like, you can shrink it like 0.8 is the smallest you can shrink it, which is annoying. Because sometimes you just want it a little thinner. You don't want it a lot thinner. Just enough. Just a hair. Just a touch. And sometimes it's the same with the thickness. But then you get problems. And let's see how that looks without the sketch. I think it's fairly straight. Certainly straighter than I am. So let's do that up to the point. And I think that's really cute. It's a nice arch there. Now what's stuck in my head? The only problem I have with streaming more often is I run out of topics because I've gotten you guys all up to date on the things. So I have to find more interesting things to tell you about. And not immediately go to the cursed things that they were talking about in one of my discords. I know too many animal facts for my own good, and that's all I will say on the topic. I knew way too many things that I wish I didn't know. Alright, so let's duplicate. And we won't fully delete. Let's get the lasso tool. Get rid of the front bit. And delete. Turn that off. And I think that should be good. This. Well, yeah, it's gonna end up having to be. So we'll get it to right up about there. Okay. This is really all I need is this little tip for this front part. Because the tip is going to have to overlay quite a bit. Okay. Let's see. Which direction do I think I can swoop it in? Probably this one. It's not too bad. Oh, there we go. There we go. I act like I'm not going to just fuss with this until... Because I've found that the glue tool does have its uses, but the way I like to do things, which is fussing to things beyond oblivion, kind of corrects the problems you would be using the glue tool for anyway. So I don't really use it. I've also not had really good luck with getting it to work properly, which is an excuse that says, yes, I gave up, but however, if I can figure out a way for it to work my way, then it's not so bad. I don't know if it would save me as much time as I think it would anyway. Okay, so I have to fix it up. Nope, that's not erase, that is draw. There we go. So there's the back part of the ear. That looks pretty good. I do need to erase this just a tad so it doesn't peek through. Yeah, that's gonna have to suffice. That's gonna be mostly down to color. Alright, and then now we want the ear floofs. Okay, so that is ear back. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, I think. I don't remember if I did or not. We are going to stream until about 9-ish, so whenever my medicine alarm goes off is about where we'll end tonight, because one of my other friends, Techno, is having a birthday stream tonight, so I'd like to try and hop in for that. We'll raid him if he's streaming on time, which hopefully he will be, but he's playing, speaking of spooky games, he's playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I think, tonight. And then let's duplicate that. Oh no, let's duplicate this. Oh no, this needs to go below. And then I duplicate that. Okay, duplicate. And then delete. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, good. I was worried. This is gonna be the ear floof. Spots. Were the little cheek scales intentionally made to look like little hearts? Kind of. They didn't really start out like that way. I hadn't really planned it ahead of times, but once I started, because I drew hash marks across the face and just kind of erased it until it looked nice, the little heart pattern sort of appeared. And I was like, this is cute. We'll keep this. So kind of semi-intentional. Floof outlines. We'll go from this side. we don't need to do... I think that's a little too high for that. And like that. I want to put so much extra detail into the little floofy bits, and I am going to resist. I'm not going to put a million little hairs being split. I'm not gonna do this. Well, maybe I will. No, no, yes, no, will. Yes, I'm leaving it. I'm doing that. I'm keeping those. They don't look bad. We'll see how Idora likes them. And that will be my deciding factor. And if he doesn't say he doesn't like them, then we keep them. And that'll make my brain happy. Alright, so this does have to go all the way down here, so let's add another little guy here that probably won't be seen much at all, but just in case for when the head turns. Okay, so that'll be that. Spots, the spirit of Bob Ross with it. Not planned, but a happy little surprise. Yes, exactly! I have had many teachers who stole Bob Ross's line of there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. That is very much something I've been told by multiple art teachers. To varying levels of I can trust this as a good sentiment, because the first teacher that ever told me that was a little wacky, just a little bit. She tried to help people correct their stuff one time, and she was using a red pencil that was for grading on a black and white art piece. No one said anything to the teacher, but she kind of ruined it just a little. She was a little out there. That was my first. I had many. So a lot of my art, any formal training that I've had isn't not super formal, but anything has been through high school. I took all 4 years of high school. I did one art class or another, and to varying degrees of this person knows what they're doing, and I feel like I'm getting everything out of the class. I had my one teacher, that first one, she retired very shortly after I took her class. She was just very old, and I don't know, she was just happy to live life, so I can't say she was a bad teacher. She just little out there, and that's fine. But my second teacher I had was going through rough stuff. She was very good, but she was not emotionally okay through most of the class. My teacher for year 3, who was also, so high school senior level, I took, so it was Art 4, I took computer art, I took photography, and I took what was a brand new sort of trying it out sculpture and painting class. Is that all of them? Yes, because the other fun class, so I did everything I could fun senior year of high school. The other one I took was guitar, but that's in arts. It's just not art. Sorry. I keep bumping my mic today. What was I going to say? But yes, so my teacher for my 3rd year, I had him in the 4th year as well for computer art and the art and sculpture. And then I had a 4th teacher who was a little bit of a hard ass, but she actually cared and knew what she was doing, and I really did like her, for the Art 4 class. So I've had several art teachers to varying degrees, but the guy from my 3rd year, he was fun. He was great, and he was very much about, okay, this is what you want to do for this piece? All right, I'm going to let you run with it. I painted stuff that was terrifying and bloody, and I couldn't enter it into the county art festival, but he let me do it in class, which he probably wasn't supposed to do. But yeah. I made this just horrifying... I had been watching, so I, throughout high school, designed creatures. And I was like, if they live in a little ecosystem, they'd probably eat each other. And I had made the mistake of watching one of those cryptid shows where they talk about, like, the chupacabra, and there was a picture of the little chupacabra kind of creeping over. He's hunched over a chicken. His back's, like, cracked open. Like, he's eating it. And it's very visceral, but it's a little cryptid drawing. Like, it was just things. So I was like, I'm gonna take my big wolf creature and have it eating this cute little lemur pig thing. And yeah, no, that was that was something I got to paint, and the painting was huge. He let me do this on the largest canvas I think I've ever painted on. It had to have been at least 2 feet tall, like at least. No, it had to have been more than that. Like, this was a large canvas. I don't even remember anymore how big it was. 3 feet? Not 3 feet. Definitely not 3 feet. Like 2.5 feet. We'll say 2.5 feet tall, with a width of just the kind of the general proportion of what a canvas would normally be. But yeah, oh, Spots, the image of little Ethan watching cryptid shows on Discovery Channel is adorable. Oh my god, the Discovery Channel, back when they actually had, like, animals and science and stuff on it, and it wasn't just all this, like, what is it now? It's like the guy who does the tree houses and the guys who do the aquariums and it's all people now. It's like, I don't care about these. I don't want reality TV. I want documentaries. I want science. I want the speculation of, like, what could be out there, what we haven't discovered yet, stuff like that, fun stuff. It's Discovery Channel, for God's sakes. But yeah, no, the Discovery Channel was my bread and butter. If I wasn't watching cartoons, I was watching that and Animal Planet. Animal Planet when it was still about animals. I miss old Animal Planet. I will get on a hill and die on that hill that it has gone to pot. I miss the world's, oh, what was it called? It was like the world's most extreme. I don't know, Spots, I don't know if you remember. I think it was either Discovery or it was Animal Planet. They did the most extreme, and they do like the top 10 of like most extreme jumpers, most extreme biters, and it was like super cool, super educational. And they would like relay it into information of, okay, so if they do this, then if a human did this, it would be this amount. Like they had one where it was like vampire bats came up, and like if humans had to drink as much blood as a vampire bat does to keep alive based on its body proportions, a human would have to drink an entire bath full of blood every night. So it's like vampires are very unrealistic if you take them in comparison to the actual vampire bats. Stuff like that, like little things. Spots, yes, the most extreme was on Animal Planet. Yes, I loved that show so much, and I'm so mad that they stopped doing it. I'm sure they ran out of topics or something, but like it was so much fun. All right, so we have the ears. Now let's see how this looks. Where is, oh my god, I have so many layers on. I'm gonna save real quick. File save. Well, it looks mildly terrifying. I'm going to save. I'm thinking it's looking good so far. I haven't put clothes on it yet, but I'm still debating what needs to move independently from the rest of the torso. I think I can get away with the crop top, which is underneath the jacket, being attached to the torso. The collar definitely... Oh, excuse me. I had pizza earlier, and I have the burps and the hiccups. Let's see. So. What was I doing? Yes. So the crop top will probably be... I might be able to get away with it. I might not. I'll figure it out. But the collar definitely has to be separate, because I want the little tag to jingle jangle. So that has to be on a little separate layer. And then the skirt is definitely going to be on a big separate layer, because it's going to be real swishy. And I'm very excited about that. It looks amazing. Thank you. I am super excited with how it's turning out. I realize we're not at the really much of the fun portion where we start coloring and stuff, but I like going through this stuff with you guys, and I was just really excited to just jump into this right away. I had so many ideas for this. Idora asked me like a while ago, I think it was over a month ago, he was like, hey, so how do you feel about a commission? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And I was like, I have stuff going on right now, but I'll get to it as soon as I can. And then it took me a while, but I had so many ideas in that month of like, yeah, no, I need to ask him if this would be like this, or you know, just little tidbits. Because I like making cute things. It's funny. I like making super horrifying things, and I like making really cute things. And that's definitely... that is definitely Does that count as gap moe? I don't know if it does. It's definitely a gap something. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do next? I could slap the glasses on her. On him. He's a boy still. It's just very feminine. We could do the bangs. We could get the bangs on so it doesn't look super like a Cupid doll. So let's draw the bangs. And oh no, I want this to be, I want the majority of the bang to be symmetrical. So this larger part here will be symmetrical, but then to have this little swoosh as a separate something. Oh yeah, I'm on a mirrored layer, so it drew it on both sides. I didn't mean for it to do that. But yeah, just one swoosh just on the left gives it a little bit of character, but I really like how this arches around the face here. I like it on Idora's original model, and it's not that I don't mind this part on his. It's just with the ponytail, it looks a lot better if it's symmetrical like this. I couldn't figure out how to tuck that side back around, that it didn't like look off for a ponytail. And that was really the big thing of it. Let's see. Oh, we only have like 10 minutes left, so we will get this set up. So let's duplicate this. Duplicate, delete. And then we will do the bang. Spots, I'm gonna go for the night, but it's been fun. Excited to see the final piece. All right, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. It's always lovely to have you. We'll probably only be streaming for like another 10 minutes anyhow, because Techno's birthday is tonight. But yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you next time. I might stream again tomorrow if I feel good enough after work. I'll let you know. All right. Let's see. I was doing bangs. Bangs. Outlines. The fringe. The fringe is probably everywhere. I don't know if it's just Britain that says fringe. Who all... I wonder... I think Australia also says fringe instead of bangs. I don't remember. It's funny. It's where I first learned that was fanfiction. So many moments in my life I can be like, yeah, no, I learned that from fanfiction. That's a thing. I don't quite like how the upper part here looks. I think I need this to curve more. I'm gonna drive myself crazy with this Mambo number 5 nonsense. I need it out of my head. I shouldn't have thought of it in the first place, but I did, and that's my own dumb fault. This is like when Christmas rolls around and the only thing you can think about, and like it's not just because there's music playing in all of the stores always that there's Christmas music. It's just you sit there and you're in the hallways and you're thinking, I'm just gonna sing a little ditty, and suddenly it's Christmas music coming out of your mouth and you don't know what happened, but you got here somehow. So we'll get this kind of started. I might not finish the bang layer yet. I will definitely add a little bit more texture here than I did everywhere else, but I want it to end in a good enough point that it's not too thin for when Idora needs to key out background stuff. 'Cause I know how much of a pain in the butt it was when I made myself whiskers on my little ENVtuber model. Because that is a pain in the butt. The keying out of different colors doesn't work super great because I chose a color palette that is kind of all of the traditional background colors that people use for their programs. So the ENVtuber, which is what I use for my PNGtuber model, uses all of those colors, essentially. So I had to really, really try to find something that properly pulled the background out without the rest of my model. And I don't know why that's happened, but so if you look, when I do have my PNGtuber model up eventually, once I get back into games and stuff, I will definitely pull him back up. I think I'm gonna have to go from here. Oh, that's almost perfect. Let me fix this, and then that's the way I want it. If you look really closely, you can kind of see I think it was a magenta outline. I don't quite remember. I just remember it's there, and I know it's there, which makes it worse. I hope it's not super visible on stream, with as tiny as it is. Especially for people on mobile. I'm like, yeah, no, most people are probably watching on their phones. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so we'll do a couple more little details, and then we'll hop back over to the shop in just a minute. And then we'll wait and see when Techno shows up for his stream. And then we'll do a little raid. This has been lovely. We've gotten a lot done. I've gotten so much done today. Oh my gosh, in 2 hours? I don't know how long it took me to do mine. I mean, mine's a lot finer detail, but I've been very particular about it. I've been very, very picky. This is... I don't know what it is about working on stuff for other people. I'm very sure of myself. I know exactly what I want in that moment. And I don't second guess myself. I don't try and correct it 50,000 times. But when I'm working on my own thing, I'm like, do I want to change this? Would it look better this way? This isn't quite the way I wanted it. It just becomes me nitpicking it to living hell. Which is unfortunate. Because let's see. Alright, hold on. Let me turn off the face lines. Sounds weird, but this is going to be the only way. Where is the face? Upper eyelash, pupil, iris. This is what gets hard, is finding everything at the end of the day. Outer cheek, scale, cheek, head outline. That's what I wanted. I didn't want face. I wanted cheeks. Let's see. There we go. I think that's all it really needs. It's just a couple little lines. Nothing too crazy. And I think that'd be pretty good. And then it'd be like this for this side, mostly. And yeah, I think that'd be fine. I might end up adding a couple more little details once we have it colored, because it'll really decide whether it needs more detail or less detail. But I think for now, so let's turn the head outline back on. We've gotten quite a bit done. The body is fully lined. We've got the face done, which that usually takes a lot longer. Hair is getting there, but the ears are done. So we've gotten quite a bit of progress. I'm still debating how I'm going to do the tail. Oh, it's drawing on the other side because I'm on a mirrored layer. But yeah, so I'm still debating how I'm going to end up doing the tail. If I want to do it perfectly straight and then give it a bend, or keep it about as bent as it is and just make it curl more when I give it a little bob, which that's probably what I want to do more than I want to make it, you know, more than I want to make it straight at any point in time. Unless he wants it to wag back and forth very much, in which case it'll be a really simple redesign. That's really not a problem. Alright, but it is almost 9, so let me save this. We did really well with it today. I'm so glad we got as far as we did. File save. Fantastic. And if we do stream tomorrow, which, here, let me hop back over to my shop. And we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll wait and see for when Techno comes on, and then we'll raid him, and it'll be nice. We can all wish him happy birthday if you guys want to stick around and say hi for that. Let's see. So as I was saying, so if I do end up streaming tomorrow or later in the week, the next one will definitely be a game. I think it'd be a really nice change of pace because we've been doing nothing but art for quite a while. And like I'd like to get back into games. I just have to boot everything back up, get everything rearranged. That requires me to move my setup across the room, and you unplug the laptop, you put it on a roll-in thing, and rig up a bunch of cords, and somehow it all works. Oh my gosh, you guys would not believe my my mic setup for that. I don't necessarily need it for when I'm doing the PlayStation 4, but if I were doing the Xbox, I separately need my mic. So I have my better mic, which is a snowball, more or less strapped haphazardly to what is supposed to be a camera tripod. And I had originally meant for that to screw into, because it's supposed to be the blue snowball. Okay, so it is 9. I'm going to real quick take my medicine, and then we're gonna pop over and say hi in just a sec. So let's see how everybody's doing. Oh, good! Idora sent me the kanji, which that's perfect, so I'll have that for next time. But let's see how Techno's doing. But thank you guys so much. It's been great to have you guys here again. And I have some new people too. I had I had a new follow and a new chatter, and I love that. I love meeting people. Have you ever said that? Like, not necessarily IRL, but online it's fun. Online it's less awkward because it's not, you know, the random person in the grocery line that's talking to you. This is a person who came specifically to, you know, hang out, which is a lot less awkward. A lot less awkward. Alright, let's see. Twitch. Let's get out of the stream manager for just a sec to see how see if Techno's live yet. Let's go home. Exit. Home. Can I? Will you let me? Probably. No. No, it's only gonna let me. Okay, fine. That's fine. Oh, am I not? Am I not still live? Are you guys still here? I think I'm still here. That was a black screen. Okay, my computer versus my phone is such a terrifying thing. All right, so let's just see. Let's just go see. Let's hit raid channel. See if this wants to work. Oh, Eater is also playing something. But let's see. Techno. Okay, it's still in starting soon. But why don't we go ahead? We'll go ahead and pop over, and if anybody wants to stay and wish him happy birthday, you can. But if not, I'm probably just going to hang out in the chat and chill with my friend for a little bit. But it was lovely having you guys today again. I will try to maybe stream tomorrow. If I don't, I'll stream later in the week, and we will play... Oh no, what is it called? It's called... I put it on Twitter. One sec. I definitely looked this up yesterday and tweeted it, and I still can't remember. Not yesterday, it was the day before yesterday. Again, it's the X. I have to remember that Twitter is the stupid X now. It's graphically, from a marketing standpoint, atrocious. It is called Behind the Frame. Yes, Behind the Frame. That's the cute little Ghibli game that I have been telling you guys about the past couple streams. But yes, so it's called Behind the Frame. It's very cute. It's kind of a point-and-click puzzle game with some story going on behind it, where this painter has moved in across from this guy, or this guy moves in across from the painter. I'm not sure who was there first. But they're kind of at odds with each other, and it's kind of a rivals to lovers, like, cute, romancy thing, and it's in a really cute Ghibli style, and I think it'll be just a nice chill time. And we'll get into more crazy me running around like a weirdo games so some other time. We'll start with something chill. I still have to resubscribe to my PlayStation subscription so I can play a lot of the games I had planned, like the cat game. What is the cat? The Stray. I want to play Stray at some point because I've purposefully not watched it, and I've not played it on my own so that I can play with you guys. So I do want to get into Stray, and I have that available, but only through the subscription service unless I want to pay for it separately, which seems like a waste. when it's only a 4-hour long game. But yeah, so yes, we have things planned. Let's see if Techno is ready to go yet. Alright, we're still on Raid Channel. Raid Channel, we'll just go ahead. So we'll go ahead. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you next time. Keep an eye out on Twitter for when my updates for when I'm streaming again. Alright, bye guys! Oh good, and he's just starting. Alright. Techno, start raid! Bye guys! It was lovely, lovely having you. Oh my goodness, it has been such a fun day. Alrighty, see you later.